Hey, good people, Miss Sunshine here. As always, I'm bringing you a whole lot of love, light, and sunshine. Excuse me. Wow, what a way to start a video. And I'm gonna leave that in there, and I'm gonna leave it for a reason. And if you make it to the end of this video, you'll understand why I'm leaving it in the video. Uh, wow. I want to come to you today. Hey, today's actually Friday. So if you made it to Friday and you're one of those TGIF, then TGIF. I'm TGI every day, thankful. You know what I'm saying? But yes, we made it here. And wow. Excuse me. I thought as I continually posted videos, I get more and more comfortable in posting them. But I'm the first to tell you, um, I'm still not real comfortable. But you know, they say do it scared, voice shake, and just do it. Show up. Um, do what you're led to do, and you may not understand why. I'm one of those. I don't understand why. I really don't understand why I continually click the record button. I know what my intentions are, and I know I'm led to do it, so I do. It doesn't make it easy to do. Every day I'm fighting with self to press record, still coming up with the reasons why I shouldn't show up. Like I don't have my teeth in today. You may not know, but for the individuals that do know me, my current teeth, they don't fit well because I got them while going through this cancer journey. So when I do wear them and I have to wear them all day, since my gums haven't healed correctly, they continually cut into my gums. So for every one day I wear them, I have to let my gums rest 2 days, you know what I'm saying, so they can try to heal up. Which from an image standpoint, it messes with my image. So just really coming to grips with who I am and just showing up regardless, you know. It's easy to say but harder to do, and I'm enveloping it more. And even the cough at the beginning, that was just preventive measures from me getting the message out. So in saying all that, thanks for hitting me up, like looking at another one of my videos. But I really do believe this message and this video will find who it needs to find when it needs to find you. And because I do believe that, because I'm genuinely led just to post these videos, show up as I am, and just bring the sunshine. um I know it's going to. um and the messages and the things that I say, I'm not just saying them, I'm living through these moments as well. I'm living in these in between moments. I'm living, doing the shadow work every day. I'm showing up and I'm doing this, and just bringing it to you, I guess, so you're not alone. And another reason is not leaving a legacy, but we're all, we were born to die. Let's just say it that way. No one lives forever. And usually when people transition, some your children or whatever, I wish I could hear my mom's voice. I wish I could see her face. So showing up truly and authentically, so that my seeds always have something to go back on. If they need a word, they can pull it up and get a word from me, my true authentic self. Because we know life gets hard, all that. And just because someone else needs it, who else needs it? I know I need it. So moving forward, that was a 5 minute prelim. So if you made it past those first 5 minutes, thank you. And it's crazy because, I wrote a message down, and this is one I was hearing, because I do my own work. I have people, I what am I trying to say? I do my own studying in order to grow into whatever it is I'm growing into. You know, it takes leg work on my part, so I'm doing my own. And as in doing that, came across a message, and it was like entertaining the chamber of divine trust. And it's so crazy because at the beginning of what I written down, for some odd reason, it said, take a sacred breath. And crazy enough, when I pressed that record button, and how the coffin started and all the energies just came up, I looked down and just take a sacred breath. That's kind of, everything I just said is kind of why I left it there. And guys, just like really know, this is a lifelong journey. It is. It's not just one thing, but aligning with who you were meant to be, and being able to live this life in the most beautiful way. And knowing that you're not alone in the journey and the transformation, and just what you are learning just about yourself. So, divine trust. Wow. You know, some of us are like, we're standing right at an invisible doorway. It's like your soul, like, has called you right here, in this one moment, to understand, just to understand the deeper meaning of the season you're walking through. I'm going to start out by saying, if you're watching this, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. And if nothing resonates but you getting the energy of love and some sunshine, then take that. But your soul is really called you here to this point. If you're led here, or when you're led here, you'll understand. You'll understand at the core. Something in you is going to understand it, And that feeling of uncertainty that you have right now, that we have. It's not just you, it's someone else. It's a lot of us. Because a lot of us in the collective, we are going through this. I'm not going to sugarcoat it any longer. We are going through this. And it's the feeling of uncertainty is on a way deeper level. It's on a sacred level, like, for real. It's life. Your whole life is changing. It's changing right underneath your feet. And I've said this before, like, you can feel it because your paths that used to be so certain, you just knew it was your path, it was your calling, it was just destined to be. They were clear. But they now appear hidden. Like you can't see what that next step is. Some of the things that you did or whatever, the place that you were at, they brought confidence to you. You were cool. It was okay. They no longer provide certainty. You're feeling it at a core level. The old ways that you navigated through reality, they're less effective. They don't work. If you know what I'm talking about, you do. I don't even have to explain it. Hmm. But your soul's calling you out. But when our ego or our personality self or whatever you want to call it, but because it seeks that control, it wants to know what's going on. It wants to know those next steps. It wants that certainty. Once all that the other things no longer feel clear, and once those old patterns, like, they're no longer working, it asks, like, why can't I see this clearly anymore? Your ego and your personality self, because it wants to know. It's like, why the future disappeared? Because what was certain, what you knew to be, it's no longer the case. It's no longer the case. As you are growing, as you are moving forward, as you are doing that shadow work, as you are learning to drop the habits and patterns that kept you caged in, and as you're getting deeper into having divine trust, just trusting that, like, okay, whatever, surrendering and trusting, huh? It doesn't stop that ego, that personality from trying to figure it out. Trying to figure out, like, okay, why do I feel suspended into two worlds? Because I can't do the old stuff. It's no longer working for me. And I've said it before, but I'm not yet where I know I'm supposed to be, if that makes any sense. And if you've been drawn, you feel it. Um, your future, it disappeared. What you thought was concrete, as you're growing and as you're learning and as your world is just opening up, and as you're having that divine trust, you're in the moment of the surrender, to where I trust where you're leading me, and you understand that I really don't have to have all the answers. It's okay. Because, like, right now, we're at a really transformative place where, your soul is learning. It's really learning one of the highest teachings of, like, divine trust. And that's where we're at. Divine trust. Oh my gosh. Trust. Because for so long, We say we trust, but we still want to predict how the outcome is going to be. We've created safety through prediction and control. We try to control the situation. We want situations to turn out how we want the situation to turn out. That's not divine trust. It's 50-50. And that's okay. We built our identities, like real talk, around certainty. We built it around expectations. Like I said, understanding every step. Before we moved, before we made any type of movement, we wanted to know, okay, I need all the information, and I said it in my last one, a backup plan to the backup plan to the backup plan. But that's cool. It served its purpose. It did. It really served its purpose. But at some point, it just comes a point in life, like when you're here, it's time for your soul to evolve. There's evolution in this. As we live, we must evolve. And the soul must evolve beyond external certainty. It has to. Your soul is now, because the external certainty, that's you trying to force it, you going against everything. You know what I'm saying? You feeling in the pit of your stomach, that ain't what you want to do, but you do it just to keep the peace, just to keep it quiet. I said that in the last one. But higher consciousness, just to be real with you, it doesn't unfold through control, y'all. I had to learn that. It unfolds through trust. It does. Like real talk, it really does. And it's a hard thing, just trusting, just like, ooh, I just know. You know what I'm saying? Because you're left like naked. You're left without a trampoline up under you. Whew. But some of us were standing right at that place, like I said, where the old maps, they ain't working no more. You're trying it, but they're not working. Because standing in this in between is so, ooh. But your old identities, who you used to be, it no longer provides you true peace. You feel it on the inside. It's no peace there. Your external, it may look all right, but there's no peace, and you feel it. You don't even have to tell anyone. I'm gonna say it for you. Excuse me. And unfortunately, here's the thing, and here's the hardest part, because when ego, or that personality self, can't yet see the next landscape that we're so used to being able to see, to know, fear starts speaking loudly to you. Oh, it's in your ear. Fear like, hey, man, going back. It was cool there. I mean, it was I. It was I. Return, just go back. Fear's like, go back. Just go back. Go back to what's familiar. Because like your ego and your personality self, it says don't trust what can't be seen. If I can't see it, I ain't gonna trust it. And that's how, you know what I'm saying, you've gone through it. That's what it says to you. But your soul, It speaks so differently. Your soul says, and it whispers, just continue along what you're doing. Just trust it. Your soul is like, just allow this to unfold. Just allow. I mean, because whether you were taught this or whether you know this, whether you believe this or not, your soul remembers what, like, your ego or your personality self forgets. Every great expansion starts with uncertainty. In order to grow, it's going to be some uncertainty. It's going to be some not knowing. Like seeds. They enter into the darkness. They're planted into the darkness before they even reach sunlight. They don't know. They're in the dark. Like, for real. Before a butterfly becomes a butterfly, does it know it's going to be a butterfly? But the butterfly enters into a period of dissolution before it discovers its wings, y'all. Like, for real, for real. No lie. So, I mean, we as humans, sometimes our soul, it enters into sacred unknown spaces before a greater reality emerges. It does, it does, it does. I'm here to tell you, and some of us really, this is where we're at. This is what's happening to us. And like, because we've never been through this before, we haven't been taught this, we don't know this, we interpreted that uncertainty, that not knowing, as evidence that something's wrong. Something's wrong. Like, when it's, because we taught ourselves, if we don't know, it's something going wrong with this picture. Something ain't right. Something ain't right. But that uncertainty, yeah, it's appearing as your old timelines. They're dissolving. They're dissolving. And your new realities, they're coming in. They're starting. And just as I'm saying that, there's rain starting. I tried to come out here before the rain started. But it's crazy because the rain, look, it's washing away. It's washing away that old. And your new realities are beginning. Like, for real. They're forming. You're not lost, you know. And a lot of us feel like we're lost because we don't know where we're going. We don't know what the future holds. We don't know where we're being led. The in-between. It's scary here, y'all. It's scary. Like, in the old patterns, like I said it before, you knew, but now you don't. And this is deeply uncomfortable. But you know, it's no return. It's no return. You know. You see it, you feel it. Your old goals, they don't mean nothing. The relationship shifting, desires changing, you want some simplicity, it's shh, and some silence. And then you no longer are entertaining activities that require self-abandonment. You're not abandoning who you are just to go out and be great or do anything. But that's not confusion. It's refinement. Now you're letting your heart, that sacred heart, you're letting it guide you. You're like, Forget it. I've tried all these ways. Oh, my heart. Oh, my gosh. And you're finally realizing that, okay, it is speaking to you and you're letting it guide you. hmm A lot of us are learning. And me too. Me too. I'm learning. It's something real important. Peace does not come from certainty. Peace comes from alignment. hmm Your ego and your personality self, it says, I will trust when I see. hmm hmm Man, that awakened part of you, your soul, that's like coming to life, like you're acknowledging it as being a part of who you are. Whew. It says, I trust, therefore I begin seeing. You see, there's a difference. See, we've been stuck in a pattern that I will trust it when I see it. But your soul is guiding you to a whole nother place where it's like, I trust it, therefore I'll begin to see it. As your faith expands, it's not blind faith. You're not really going into it blind. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. It's a sacred trust that you have now. You trust because you've seen it, you know it, and it's embedded in you, and you're trusting in your higher self. It's never left you as of yet. So, oh my gosh, like why? Okay, whatever. And you're trusting now in divine timing. You're trusting that whatever leaves, it wasn't meant to stay. Mm-mm. It wasn't meant to remain. It wasn't. You're trusting now that whatever feels uncertain, it's preparing you for a greater alignment. You are just trusting that. And then we judge ourselves because we don't understand where it's leading. But the not knowing is that space. And that sacred space that you're giving yourself for once in your life, the space that you give everybody else, now that you're giving it to yourself, it allows new realities just to emerge, to just to come out. Like, you don't even have to try to force understanding it. You don't have to control every detail now. Have you found that habit? You don't even have to. You don't even have to carry the burden of seeing the entire path folding out or unfolding for you. You don't. You don't. I think some of us are realizing, and if you haven't realized this by now, your next step is enough. Just taking that next step, like for me, just pressing the record button, even not knowing why, just your next step is enough. Wherever you're being guided to, and you're trusting that divine trust. He's never failed me yet. Oh my gosh, you just don't know. Your next breath, come on now. If that's all you're able to do, just, it's enough. It is enough. I promise you it is. And most of all, your next moment of truth, it's enough. Sitting with your truth, living in your truth, being your truth, it's enough. It's enough. It is. You know, and this was a lot. It was a heavy message or whatever, but I felt it to the core because I'm going through it too, you know, and everything I'm telling you is what, you know, it's some of the things, well, I'm experiencing it, but as a collective, if you know, you know, we all are experiencing a certain level of it. Now, we all may not be experiencing the same thing, And I'm not going to say everybody in the world, but if you know, you know. It's enough of us out there. We're experiencing this. So I don't even know why I'm like back and forth with it. But at this point, if you made it this far, just ask yourself one question. And just slow down. And a lot of us talk to ourselves, talk to our higher self. We know that our heart and our soul, they're everything. So tap in. Ask yourself, what would trust feel like? What would it feel like if I allowed it now? But don't answer that question from the mind. Don't do that. Just feel it. Feel the question. As you ask, just feel it. And allow that your heart, that from that sacred place, allow it. Because your heart speaks through resonance. And you'll feel it. Okay? You'll resonate with it. And I'm trusting because I know this even for myself. You know, we're going to look back on this season and we're going to really understand as we've understood. Now we're starting to understand our previous seasons. Now we've gotten puzzle pieces and a lot of the other stuff has clicked together. And that's probably why we can't go back. But we're going to look over this particular season of being in that in between because it's uncomfortable. You don't know. You don't know. You don't know. And you'll look back and you'll understand what really felt like you were losing your way. Oh, was actually was that sacred place where your soul just finally learned to trust the light it carried within. It was at that point. Because that's what we're doing. We are learning. We are all light within. And we're trusting. And it's difficult in this in-between space where we're at. So I'm just really here to tell you, you're not alone. You know what I'm saying? That divine trust. You know that you know that you know. And I'm here to tell you that yes. How it's unfolding, yes. Will it always be comfortable? No. But we're in a season now that we've allowed enough space in that we're going to and we're starting to see. We are starting to see how lighter it is. We are starting to see, oh my gosh, even though we don't know, and if we explained it to people, they would probably think we're crazy. So I'm going to be the one to come on here and be like, okay, we're not crazy. Okay? We're not. You know, we're and I don't want to start using the words. It's a lot of us that are waking up. And when we say waking up, it's waking up to who you truly are. Waking up at a soul level to reintroduce yourself to your soul and get to know yourself at a soul level. To get in touch with the divinity, the light within. That's who you are. You know what I'm saying? And hey, look, the rain stopped, it stopped, it started, it stopped. But that's what happens in life. The rain's still gonna happen, but we need the rain. We gotta have the rain to water, for growth. Washes things and then it allows for growth. And this in between, knowing that we're not alone in this, and knowing that there's more of us tapping into who we really are, and as a collective, just, grounding a whole lot of love and light type energies into Gaia and into the collective. you know um, it's lovely. I see it every day, and when I get down and discouraged, a message is brought to me or something is shown to me that lets me know I'm on this path for a reason, and I don't have to understand it. I don't have to know what the next step is or how it's going to pan out. I don't have to, because what I do know and what I have been shown is that I'm always led to where I need to be. You know, I put out there what it's put on my heart to put out there, and being led and knowing, ooh, if you know, you know. And that's that divine trust. You cannot make me believe that miracles aren't abounding every day. You cannot make me believe that this is not a beautiful place. You cannot make me believe that life isn't beautiful. Roller coasters and all. You hear? Oh my gosh. So, I'm going to end this message by just saying, guys, if no one has told you today that they love you, man, I love you. And I always say I love you from the bottom of my heart. Like, we are connected. Our souls are connected. We are one. We're all in this thing. We all have our own movie that we're living out and playing out, but our energies, we are all here together. And I love you. I love you. I love you. And I hope you make the most of the day, regardless of how the day is going, regardless of how you have to show up or how you want to show up. It's crazy because the storm is coming in, and all at once my tent, I love this tent, but the winds are raging up against it. So that's just like the storms of life may come, but we're still here, and it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing to experience it. It's a beautiful thing to just know and to trust that however you need to be in line, you're going to be shown. It's going to come to you. You're not crazy, and we're not alone, okay? If you take nothing else from this, that divine trust, don't let no one make you question what you know at the core. People will make you question what you know, and sometimes that's why you change your mind about things. But at the core, your higher self has you know. Don't let anyone make you feel like the trust that you have, even when it doesn't look like you should have trust. Don't make them believe that you should. Don't make them make you feel like you're crazy. You're not. You're not. Weeping may endure for a night, but only one night. We're going to cry through these seasons. We're going to laugh through some seasons. You know what I'm saying? But we're here to experience it. And as these storms are you know, coming in and out, the sun has to shine. So, since I'm here and it's raining and I'm getting ready to tap out of here, I'm gonna bring you some sunshine. If where you're at doesn't have that sunshine, or even if the day where you're at, the sun is shining, but you're not, and you know what I'm saying, you're heavy and you have some things going on, I'm gonna bring my own sunshine. And on that note, I have some added added stuff coming up in the background, which is Spirit Like. Tap out, girl. I love you guys. You guys have a safe day. Be safe.